You know, it's always there. As long as nobody's going to be doing anything crazy intentionally, otherwise then that would be something else that will, you know, would not be cool. So I'm going to be keeping an eye open there for myself.
Well, thank you very much, Bernard and Lopez. We'll let you go cool down, and we'll continue with the questions for Galen.
We're going to go cool down.
Bye-bye.
Galen? Hi. With regard to what's coming up in London, could you talk a little bit more about your discussions with Alberto on the topics of so early or wait, sit, and kick as you did tonight? Can you really do that in London?
I mean, you know, each race is different. We definitely don't try not to get too far ahead of ourselves. You know, it's still a long ways away. And, you know, right now before this meet, we're really just trying to, you know, get the job done as far as getting on the team first. You know, we'll, I'm sure after this, you know, we'll go back and, you know, talk about strategy, whatever it is that we're going to do in London. But, you know, I doubt that it's going to be this slow in London. You know, it feels that, I mean, it's the Olympics, you know, they always get going. The weather's probably going to be pretty good. So, you know, we'll sit down after this, take a long, hard look, and, you know, see how my training's going, and then we'll discuss strategy at that point.
Galen, can you say a little bit about, now that you've got this finishing kick and the ability to close much faster, how does that go for your confidence, you know, going against guys like the Galen and the 10K and that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's a huge confidence booster for sure. You know, Bernard's one of the best closers of all time. You know, he's shown that time and time again, and he's done that to me time and time again. So I'm happy with the way that I'm progressing. You know, it's been something that, you know, like I said, we've been working on for a really long time, and so I'm thrilled that it happened here. But you know, we're still going to continue to work on that. You know, you don't win medals and you don't win races by not beating people in the last 100 meters. So you know, that's something that, you know, ultimately to be great, you know, you got to be able to close really fast. And I've learned a lot from Bernard. You know, he's talked to me a lot after races in the past, and you know, it's just a class act, and you know, he's told me, you know, you gotta be patient and you gotta be smart with when you go at the end. But you gotta be able to beat people at the end. There's no doubt about it. You're not gonna break them early.
Galen, can you talk about how running internationally has helped you prepare going into the Olympics?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Can you talk about how running in an international competition has helped you prepare going into the Olympics?
It's huge. You know, I feel I'm really happy, you know, that I was fortunate enough to go in 08, because you know, the Olympics is a whole other ball game. You know, it's even different than the World Championships. I mean, that's the pinnacle, and the fact that it only comes every 4 years, you know, it's hard to get experience in. But I think that running in 2008 is going to be big. You know, just, you know, learning how they work there. You know, there's a lot more stuff you got to do as far as you know, whether it's media or credentialing. You know, just logistical stuff that you got to be prepared for. So it's definitely going to help. You know, having that experience behind me, and you know, also just running against great guys earlier at the pre-classic is big. You know, a lot of those guys are going to be in London, I'm sure, and so, you know, it definitely, it means a lot to have experience. You got to be. It's a different type of race, you know, than it is here. Just the quality, overall quality of the field, you know, is great. There's a lot of guys that are able to close. You know, there's so many guys that are able to, you know, have a good day. So you got to be ready for, you know, everybody, basically. So you know, international experience is it's definitely big.
Galen, you obviously glad to punch your ticket to London. You said that several times. It appeared that it meant a lot to you to win too. We watched you cross the line. You kind of pumped your fist a little bit. Yeah. Is that the case? And also, was it especially sweet to finally get Bernard?
You know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really happy to beat Bernard. You know, obviously it's just a class act. You know, both on and off the track, and you know, it's something that, you know, I've looked up to for a really long time. You know, I don't want to make him seem old, but even in high school, you know, I remember looking up to him a lot, and just being in awe of what he was able to do at the end. So you know, I was happy to win, but you know, the big one's still coming up in a couple months, so you know, I need to be able to run well there. Trials is great, you know, I'm thrilled to be able to win, but you know, we've been pointing towards London this whole year, so that's where I really need to take care of business there. And I was just sorry, what was the first part of your question?
It means a lot to me, you know, your answer.
Yeah, no, I mean, just to be able to do it at Hayward, you know, is that's the trials. It's a special event. You know, I remember in 08 coming here and running and just being able to make the team was big, and you know, now to be able to win the meet and do it in 2 events, I really just couldn't be happier.
Galen, now that you're in the Olympics, 2 events, one of your best friends is arguably one of your greatest rivals in both.
Yeah.
How do you compartmentalize that? He's a training partner, your friend.
I look at it as a great opportunity. You know, the crowd's probably going to be a little different in London. They're going to be cheering for him instead of for me. Yeah, I'm really lucky just to be able to train with Mo. You know, I wouldn't be able to the level I'm at today. I really believe if he hadn't come out to Oregon, he's just been he's been like a big brother to me. You know, he's always talking to me and, you know, mentoring me and telling me, you know, things that can help me, you know, in races and, you know, where I can learn from. Even in practice, you know, he does a great job of that. He's just the most humble, you know, just quality human being, you know, there is. And you know, when we get on the track, we know that it's business, and we know that we're trying to beat each other, and neither of us take it personally. You know, even in training, that's what it's like. And so, you know, we're both going to be gunning, you know, to be up there in the medals, and we know that afterwards, you know, we're still going to be the best of friends after the race, regardless of what happens. You know, we'd be disappointed if the other person, you know, did something to let the other person win or do something like that. You know, none of that's going to happen at all.